Hey, so today I want to talk about an emotion that as I am, well, it's been something that's been kind of ever present for me as someone who is a creative, someone who is working through a lot of people pleasing and all of the trappings that involves, someone who knows that deep down I'm playing small. The thing that kind of keeps going off like an alarm in your car dashboard telling you, it's like a warning sign, is jealousy. And I know it's one of those taboo subjects. I'm pretty sure it's an emotion that at some point in our lives we have all experienced, but yet it's got such heavy and such negative connotations that most often when we are confronted in ourselves with a sense of jealousy because of what we're seeing other people doing or having or getting or whatever, what we tend to do is kind of just want to push that reaction aside. Either we want to say, okay, well, it's because life isn't fair and that person has all of this stuff, or life isn't fair and I can't do all of those things. And but what it does is it takes away the opportunity to leverage that experience for the better. So if you are someone who, especially if you find yourself like doom scrolling through other people's snapshots and clip-its out of an amazing life, and you feel this little pang that makes you think that what you're seeing is something that you can't create for yourself, then I want to invite you to hang out here for a second, because I want to share some things that have been crystallizing for me on my own journey of creative recovery, creative healing, coming out of the back of some very kind of soul challenging experiences around work, friendship, family, like my creative setup, like how I view myself. And I think, hopefully, if I can get this over to you in a way that is succinct and clear, I think it's really going to help. So hang out here. Now, quickly, before I get into that, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is S.A.A.R.A. I'm a musician from North London. I write and create my own genre of funk, EDM-inspired dance music. I am also a creative empowerment coach, so I've worked with clients who were feeling really stuck and really trapped by their own self-doubt around their creativity, and I help them to break free of that, to start creating the work that they know that they can, but also start creating the life that they know that they can. And then on top of that, I am also someone who is right now moving through my own creative block, my own creative kind of regrouping and calibration. And I think it's so easy to tune into channels like this and everyone's telling you how they did it, and like over here it's so great, but no one's actually saying how'd you get there? So I'm hoping by sharing my journey as I start to untangle myself from stuckness, that is going to help you on your own journey. So if that sounds a little bit like you, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and please let me know what you think about these videos as they come to you, because it's always great to share, but it gives me such a warm glow in my heart when I know that what I babble on about does resonate with someone out there. So if this can set the course right for at least one person out there, then for me that is job done. Anyway, right, back to the topic of today, jealousy. Now, it's something that I'm pretty sure 99.999% of the population experiences. And especially now that we live in a world where it's so easy to curate a sense of a lived experience, put it into Instagram, put it into Facebook or TikTok or whatever it might be. And then for us, the viewers, we're looking at these things and going, oh man, well, where's my 5-star holiday and my dream job, my dream partner, my dream career, and we start to experience something that feels quite negative and quite heavy. And that would be, as folklore would call it, the green-eyed monster rearing its head. And it can often leave us feeling as though those things that we're seeing other people get and doing and having are things that are outside of our grasp. And that comes from a scarcity mindset. It comes from an assumption that because that person has it, you can't have it. It comes from an assumption that because that person's done it, it's no longer available to you. And what I would love to call you to do is to look at jealousy as your, dashboard indicator to say, okay, there are things out there in life that are happening that are happening for other people that you want to make happen for yourself. Take that as the opportunity to start investigating that feeling. Start investigating, why is it do you feel drawn to that experience or drawn to that interaction? Why is it that you feel that is something that you would like to have in your life? And then why is it feeling that you can't have that thing in your life, that you can't have that experience in your life? That's the opportunity that jealousy invites you to take. Now, what I'm not saying is, okay, that person has a Rolex, go and get a Rolex. Absolutely not. You got to dig a lot deeper behind the facade of what it is that you're perceiving or you think you're perceiving. And often it speaks to a much deeper root. It might be you're seeing people on, fantastic holidays and traveling all around. Okay, maybe you are looking for a sense of freedom in your life. And it might be right now, maybe you don't have the systems, the setup, the finances to gallivant off around the world, but maybe right now what you are craving in your own life is a little bit of freedom. How can you start nourishing that need within your own capabilities, within what's in front of you right now, within what's possible for you right now? How can you start dialing into that experience and explore those motivations? I know for me, for example, I always felt this pang of I wish I was as good a singer as that. Like, my life would be so much better as a musician if I could sing like Ariana Grande, or, it might be that I'm scrolling through TikTok and I think, gosh, of course that person's posting loads of videos about them, singing and doing acapellas online because their voice is great and mine isn't. And I'm feeling a way about that. Well, actually, when I stopped to really investigate this feeling and work out what is really kind of pulling at my heartstrings here, where is the actual pain and discomfort, it's because I'm finding it hard to believe in my own voice, my own talent, my own uniqueness. And it's also a sense of, what can I do to start building that belief? And one of the things that I could do, and that I've started to do, is get some coaching, figure out how I can start building up the skill set around my vocal confidence to feel that I can be better equipped to share what I'm working on online, feel that I can be better equipped to walk into studios and feeling that sense of confidence. Now, I wasn't jealous of that person having loads of likes and loads of streams and all of this. I was jealous of their confidence. And actually, in myself, I then took that as the inspiration to develop greater confidence in my vocal ability. So that's just one example. And as I share that with you, I want you to kind of also think about, and now I'm not a neuroscientist, but there is a lot of research into the experience of kind of worry and anxiety being the same chemical reaction in your brain as excitement. And to quote, I don't know if any of you have watched Schitt's Creek, it's fantastic. But Moira Rose says, worry is just undernourished enthusiasm. And that really struck me, because often when we're going into situations and we're feeling really anxious and really worried, sometimes it's because, it's genuinely scary, but there is an excitement there. There's an excitement that comes with challenging yourself. And I would say the same about jealousy. Now, I don't know the science behind this, but take it as an opportunity to be inspired. Take it as an opportunity to take action. What is it that you're seeing or thinking about or hearing about that's making you question whether or not you are worthy to have that experience yourself? So first of all, dig a little deeper and get really clear on what you feel called to do about your experience of jealousy. The second thing is to remember that the world is infinite, opportunities are infinite, love is infinite. You know, just because one person has it doesn't mean it's no longer available to you. You should take that as a sign that if they can do it, so can you. Like, if they can find a situation that helps them move forward in their life and start sharing that online, so can you. You can start today to do that. And I'd definitely say as well, start questioning in yourself the scarcity mindset that shows up. Like, where does that come from? Because ultimately, it's you telling yourself you're not worthy and you don't deserve it. And you can start challenging that scarcity mindset again by flipping it on its head and saying, if they can do it, so can I. I too am a human who is moving through this worldly experience. Like, the only things that you need available to you right now to make your dreams happen is the ability to breathe in and breathe out, the ability to live. And again, you know, right now that is a real gift and a real privilege. So take that opportunity to really start living, start challenging yourself. Don't sit in the darkness of feelings like jealousy and scarcity as confirmation that what you dream for yourself isn't available to you. Use that experience, shine a light on it and say, what is in here that is speaking to me? What is in here that is motivating me into action? Now, if you remain stuck in the negative, that jealousy feeling, what you're motivated to do is feel resentment. But flip it on its head, feel motivated to be inspired. And one of the best things that you can do is reach out to that person who's doing the thing or having the thing and say, I feel so inspired by your journey, by your story, by what you've shared, what you've said. Can you talk to me a little bit about how you get there? Because another thing you'll find is that behind the scenes, like I say, there's lots of videos out there saying, this is where I'm at. But there's not a lot of videos talking about the journey. Like, what has it cost that person to get there? And if what it cost that person to get there, now I'm not talking about like actual money, finances, but discipline, structure, organization, commitment, like, start challenging yourself to show up for the things that you want, the discipline, structure, commitment. Take it seriously. Like, know that you can make it happen if you put yourself in action. So if this feels like it is little fire under your feet to get moving, then go with that. And if you're thinking, yeah, but you know what, like, I want to start a YouTube channel too, S.A.A.R.A, and I just, you know, reach out, let's talk about it. Like, I actually don't know what I'm doing. And like I said in the previous video, all that I can do right now with this is show up. Just keep that promise of showing up and the rest will fall into place. So show up for yourself today. Find a way to get moving in the direction of travel that you want to see for yourself, that you know is available to you. Stop believing that there's already enough people doing that thing. If it's something you feel called to do, just go for it and reach out. Start building a community. Like, it's, like I said, it's infinite possibility out there for what's available to you, but you have to be the person to go out there and harness it. And you have to be comfortable knowing that the buck stops with you. There ain't no one else out there responsible for making it happen. So I hope that helps. I will be back next week with another video, but in the meantime, let me know what you feel inspired to do off the back of this wee chat. And yeah, like I say, please like, subscribe, follow along, share this with someone who needs to hear this. and I'll see you next week.